Hey guys, and welcome back. This week, I do a lot of talking about speech and debate and how much I love it and what it means to me. So this week I'm gonna actually show you guys my performance that I've been doing all season. This season's been an awesome season this year, and I absolutely love all of the pieces I've seen and some of the top performances I've seen, and just the sense of community from a lot of people really makes it quite special to me. So this isn't really an ideal situation that I've got here, but it's what I've got. So bear with me, and I hope you enjoy. You know what I don't get? I don't get girls. I'm not dumb. I mean, fractions didn't throw me at all. And I can count to 10 in 3 completely different languages, so I'm not an idiot. But I feel like an idiot when it comes to girls. All the time. And it's not just that they seem to know stuff. Stuff about, I don't know, feelings and what you're supposed to do in life. And it's not that they're all taller than me. I mean, they were not that long ago. Taller and louder and a bit scary, actually. But not anymore. I grew 4 inches this summer and I can lift pretty heavy things, no problem. Everyone has their own coping methods with awkwardness. Most people, when in an awkward situation, tend to laugh. And I don't need to tell you that high school is awkward, and even worse is high school love. In The Problem with Girls by Tim Mogford, Patrick, a teen confused about girls, tries to laugh it off, until the laughter runs out. You know what I'm talking about is the other stuff, like, what they do to your legs, and your mouth. I can walk normally 99% of the time. I mean, geez, I can run when I play sports, pretty well too. I can beat most of the guys in the team. Half of them, at least. I can run, but when I'm trying to walk in the hallways at school, you know, la-di-da-di-da, talking to my friends, blah, blah, well, then Kara Neely appears at the end of the hallway, and she's coming towards me, and I'm like, okay, here comes Kara Neely. She's hot. Don't mess this up. And my legs, like, stop working properly, and before you know it, I'm stumbling into lockers like an idiot, pretending Jake pushed me. Which is okay, because sometimes she looks at Jake and he puts on that fake, yeah, you wish you had me grin on his face, and she laughs. Why does she find that so funny? I mean, he's just copying the guy at the jeans commercial we saw on TV. And believe me, Jake does not look like a model. Jake looks like a moron. Completely different thing, but Kara laughs. And yet when I tell the joke about the 3 skunks in the doghouse that everyone laughs at, I mean, even my grandma thinks it's the best joke ever. She just looks at me and keeps talking to Zoe Fisher. But the last time that happened, she didn't just ignore the whole thing and say like, oh gee, boys are so dumb. No. Last time she actually stopped talking to Zoe and came over and asked if I was okay. Well, of course I was okay, because, duh, I just tripped. I didn't actually fall into anything, but my acting made it look like that. I think I might become an actor, actually. I'm pretty good. So I look up at her, and I'm putting on that jeans commercial grin, like, yeah, you wish I was your boyfriend, and you could take care of my injuries. And in my head, I'm saying the greatest, funniest reply in the world, and I know she's just going to faint from my awesomeness. But that's not what comes out. Oh, no, what comes out is just garbage. Oh, I'm not doing it. And she's looking at me like, what the heck? And it's slipping away, and I'm trying to get it back, but she's moving back away from it to look like, oh, that's really interesting, but I need to go now. And I'm like, snip work for it, and my entire body hates me and does not want me to get a girlfriend. Ever. I mean it. Kara's presence makes my body hate me. How? But even more confusing than the effect they have on your body is the whole rules thing. Or the what rules seem to be more precise. Girls seem to have tons of rules and then don't follow them. I don't get it. Like, okay, take baseball. A foul ball is a foul ball. Every time. Not with girls. With girls, there's no sense. Like, on Monday, Kara came to science class and I said, "Hey, Kara, how's it going?" And she said, "Good," and sat down, and that was great. On Tuesday, she came into the same classroom at the same time, and I said, "Hey, Kara, how's it going?" And she looked at me like I just asked her to lick the floor clean. And then here's the really stupid thing. And in walks Jake, and he's like, "Hey, Kara, how's it going?" And she practically marries him on the spot. "Oh, great, great. How are you?" This is even more bizarre. Last semester at the start, it was Kara's birthday. And I knew that because I Googled her. So for days and days, I waited for a chance to ask her what she wanted. And when I finally did, I was like, "So, I guess your birthday's coming up. What do you want anyway?" She smiled, so I knew I did something right. "Oh, you don't need to get me anything. Thanks anyway." So I didn't get her anything. Well, on her birthday, I thought I'd go over and say, "Happy birthday," and let her know that I remembered. So I put on that grin me and Jake saw, and I went over and I said, "Hey, Kara." And she gave me that lick the floor clean look and walked away. What did I do? And then Zoe Fisher smirking at me, and I said, "What's up with her?" "You didn't get her anything?" And I tried to tell her, she told me not to, but she walks off shaking her head like I'm an idiot. See, another example of rules not being followed. You ask, they tell you, you do what they say, and they get mad at you? Anyway, the time came for the school dance, and kids were going, like, together. I was gonna ask Kara, but her seat was changed, and Jake sits between us now. And I knew if I tried to ask, he'd just put on that stupid grin and make her laugh. Again. So I told myself, if I went, I'd go with Jake and Tom and Danny, like last year, and we just hang around and eat all the cookies they put out. But last week I get this. It's from Kara. I saw Zoe Fisher stick in my backpack, and I thought it was a scrap paper left over from the test, but it wasn't. It was a note. It says, "Hey, Patrick, are you gonna ask me to dance or not? I know you like me. It's next week, you know. From Kara." I know, right? Kara, hot, nearly really likes me. I think. Well, I'm sure she does, because we came here, like, together. Well, we walked through the door together. I was waiting for her outside like we'd agreed when her dad dropped her off. And let me tell you, holy crap does he freak me out. He stared at me like I was some criminal trying to kidnap and kill his daughter, not like take her to a dance. That's gonna get better, right? At some point he has to stop looking at me like a serial killer. He has to. That is, if there is a next time. I don't really know what's going on in her head at the moment. And she was real nice outside. Even put her arm through mine. That was pretty cool. And then I bought her a cookie and a drink, and she smiled. And I'm like, I'm good at this. She's having a good time, and I look around, I'm pretty sure kids were noticing that I know how to treat the ladies. It's another one of my talents. But funny thing is, I haven't really seen her since. She ate a cookie and said thanks, and she disappeared. I saw her in the gym dancing with her friends a couple of times, but when I got over to where she was always somewhere else. I guess she's busy trying to find me too. It's hard finding people. It's pretty dark in here. okay, fine. I don't know why she's avoiding me. Maybe it was something I said, or I broke another rule that I didn't know was a rule, or something. But hey, she asked me to take her to the dance, and I took her. Even if I don't see her again tonight, she asked me and not Jake. My grin wins this time. I think I'm gonna tell him that right now, actually. Him and Tom and Danny are over by the cookies. Cookies are always good. No problem with cookies. I get cookies. So obviously that was a little rough around the edges. We've got this wonderful wind out here. So, I mean, yeah, you understand, I hope. I'm kind of looking, not that I really need them any for this piece at this point, but like any critiques or criticism that you have for me, I would love to hear them so that I can better my performance for next year. If you like the piece, just give it a thumbs up. I loved performing this piece all season, and it's kind of special to me now because it's like my first speech and debate piece I've ever done, and I think I've done fairly well with it all year. So yeah, I'm not going to any crazy competitions or anything too fancy, but I mean, I made it to state and I had a fun time getting here. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Remember, stay awesome, stay chill, stay heard. Bye guys! Wind's still blowing in my face, but I just want to say a huge shout out to Noah and Ethan for your performance this year. I know you guys have been wanting to do this for years, and I'm glad I could be here when you did it. It's just, like, I could never be as excited for you as you guys are for you, but it's just such a magical thing to be here with you when you completed this. And nobody else knows what I'm talking about, but you guys, thank you for an awesome season.